welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some pendants and earrings and some charms, but using wire in them to separate them off, put some different colours in, and to give a great effect. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I release videos several times a week and you don't want to miss out, and ring that little bell. So this is my third video in a series of 3 where I've used wire, this flat wire, to make different effects. First one was how to make bezels, your own bezels. The second one was how to incorporate it into a picture to make a great picture, and I will link those videos at the end of this video so you can check them out. So the first thing that we need to do for these is to make the little shapes that we want. Now this wire isn't tall enough to come to the top of this, but that is absolutely what we need, because what we do need is a little bit of space at the bottom and at the top of where the wire is going to go, and I'll show you that in the next stage. So I'm going to do some spirals, I'm going to do some squares, and this wire, as you can see, bends really easily, so you can easily make it into whatever shapes that you want, and you can wrap it around things like I showed in my previous videos to get a really even shape, or you can sculpt it by hand. And to be honest, I don't have a preference of what way I'm going to go with it, because I like both methods. So for instance, I'm just making a little rough spiral here with this one, and that's going to go into there, and because it is so malleable and easy to maneuver, you can get to kind of the size that you want and then just cut it off like that. And I just use normal scissors with that, as you saw, and obviously that is too big for that, so all I need to do is bring some bits in till I've got it to the shape and size that I want. And there's where the hole is going to be for the actual earring or pendant, so I want that bit there where it's finished to actually sit where that is. So I just pop it in there like so, and there we go, that one's done. And I'm just going to go ahead and make several different shapes. So for instance, you could make a complete circle as I am on this one here, just going around the top of this, and there we go, we've got a nice neat little circle. Just cut that off, get it together, and then we've got a nice circle which we could put in that one, and we could do pairs of them and squares head, make up some more. So I've made all my pieces up now, and as you can see, I've made all different shapes and sizes, because that's what I like to do. So what I now need to do is I now need to mix up a bit of resin and put the next stage in to lock these in place. So I'll show you how to do that. While I think about it, I just want to say a big thank you as well to all my members. Thank you so much for being members of my channel. I cannot tell you how much your membership really does go to support me, and I hope you're enjoying all the additional perks you get as members. If you'd like to become a member, then check out the membership link in the description below. I've got my resin mixed up now, and I've put it in a pipette because I find that I can be far more accurate with that. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little dab of resin in the center of each one of these molds, because I don't want to overfill them. I only want a very thin layer to protect the bottom and to make it transparent, but also to be able to put the wire in, let it cure up, and so it seals the wire and any other colors or anything that I want to put on top. So once I've done that, I then use the pipette to move the resin around and push it so it's level with each of the corners. And the pipette won't scratch the mold either. And then I just use a pair of tweezers, pick up each one of the shapes that I've made out of the wire, and then pop it in. And the great thing is you don't have to wait for your resin to cure up to do this or anything, because it's only a very shallow amount. It's not going to move once it's in there, and you still have plenty of space to be able to move things around if they're not quite in the position that you want them to be. As you can see, these square ones, I'm just popping them in and they're not really in the position that I want, so I just use the tweezers here to move them around. And once this is cured up, then these aren't going to move, and you've got a really nice seal with them to be able to then do the next stage. I love the way that these circles have come out, and they look great at the end as well. So stick around until you see the finished results, because I'm really pleased with how these have come out. So I want to make that quite central, and again, I'm just using my tweezers to put them in. And this is the solid spirals that I made. I already knew roughly what sort of shape and pattern I wanted these to go into, so I had an idea before I go in, and then I just pop them into the areas where I want them and do any fine little tweaks with these tweezers. I hope you're enjoying the two camera shots now. I just think it gives it a much better dimension of how to do these sorts of things. So these are all ready now. All I've got to do is cover them up. I will leave everything in the description that I've used today, and I'll let these cure for about 24 hours. These are all ready now to do the next stage to them. I'm really pleased how they've come out so far. The next stage is really simple, so let's get on with that. Well, I only actually let these cure for about 4 or 5 hours, and that was enough, and they were quite nicely cured. So what I've got going in with now again is my pipette with my colours in. And I've used a different range of colours and things to highlight these. I've used some mica powders, I've used glitter, and I've also used some transparent pigment. And again, I will put everything that I've used in the description below so you can get hold of it. Because I actually want to have different effects within the same piece and in with different pieces. So this spirally one, I want all one colour, so I'm just popping that in now. And the great thing is, as long as you don't fill it right over the metal, then what you'll find is that it will show through really nice at the end. And I'm using a bit of glitter here because, of course, why wouldn't I use glitter? I absolutely love glitter. And I do think it comes and works really well in resin. And as you can see, I've got 2 of those spirally ones, but I'll only have 1 come the end because there is a little accident with one. And I'm mixing up the different types of colour and different types of pigment. And then once these are all done, I'll leave them for 24 hours. Well, these have all cured now, and I'm ready to have a look and see what they look like. I'm quite excited about this project. Now, I did make 2 of these, but when I moved them to get on with a different project, I dropped one on the floor, so I've only got 1 now. But they should demold fairly easily. I'll get on with demolding them, and then I'll come back and we can have a look at them. So these are all demolded now, and they come out really, really easily. I'm really pleased how they've come out, and that one, as you can see, has got the transparency at the top and the solid colour at the bottom. I think that would be great as a pendant, and I think some of these would be great as earrings. They, you know, even though they're different shapes, I think they would still be great as earrings. I love the hearts, and I think the hearts with the transparent centres are beautiful. Will really make great charms. It's really easy to do, a great simple project, but can give you some wonderful effects. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and check out my new channel. The link is in the description below. It's going to be lots of different arts and crafts and me having a go at different things and doing the crafts that I enjoy. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link is in the description, as well as the members link. Thank you very much indeed. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.